everyone, here to share my number 34 junk journal, the Harley Davidson themed one. Um, this one, I used a hardback cover book for this, and I did some sewing and some layering. I sewed around this image I got off Pinterest and layered it on book page. And I Mod Podged some music paper onto the book itself and inked it with gathered twigs and antique or vintage photo. And I just used some muslin behind this destination unknown and used one of those little eye things or light bulb things and hung some little trinkets from it. And just layered some burlap behind this Tim Holtz number tile. And I left the spine because I just really liked the way it turned out. And I also stamped some verbiage or words or lettering or whatever you want to call it on top of the music paper. And I want to say I also used Rusty Hinge on this one as well. That's where that color comes from. And then I just sprayed it with water and kind of let it melt in, and that's what I came up with. But I love the way this book came out. And I used eyelets for closure. Let's go inside. I don't know why I always get that mixed up. And on the inside, I coffee dyed everything. I didn't use any kits or anything. I just used a little bit of Tsunami Rose flowers, and the rest of it is just my stuff. I layered the inside of the cover also with muslin, and I sewed around the muslin as well. If you can see that in there. And I stamped on the muslin to make it look all worn, tattered. And then I just, this is just extra paper. And I just tucked this little ticket in there. And I made a bunch of tags for this book out of the Tim Holtz tissue paper and file folders. That's how I made these tags. And over here, I just made a book page pocket with some layered fabric and fibers and flour and stuff. And put in a guest check. Another one of my tags. And I also did some stamping on some of them as well. And this is just an image I got off the internet, which I thought was pretty sweet looking, and just backed it with lined coffee dyed paper. And this is just an extra piece of paper with Tsunami Rose flowers, I think that one is. And I used rub-ons in this book as well. And I also sewed little bits here and there throughout the book, just little fibers, cheesecloth, whatever I had already coffee dyed up. And use some 7 Gypsies rub-ons and also some Tim Holtz rub-ons in this book. I just sewed right there and on that page. And this is just the bag that Lonnie gave me. And this I just sewed on some book page, some muslin on some book page under there. And this flower right here I got from Debbie. She sent me this flower, and I thought it was perfect for this book. And I put some cheesecloth in that little bling thing right there. I tried to sew most of the tags in this book. And this is just a tag I made out of file folder. Let's put those in there. Oh, let me sit down. Oh, it's killing me. And just some rub-on and some napkin that Wendy sent me. I cut it up and just collaged some of that on there. I sprayed my pages as well with some shimmer stuff. And just two big tags. I just layered this image and then some lace on there. Tsunami rose flowers. Some book page, and this we got from Cheryl. And some images I got off of the internet. This is just a tag I made. And this one has extra paper behind it. So for extra journaling, I like that photo. And just some sewn on fibers, just to give different texture to the book. I also used washi tape. And this is just tracing paper. Some rub-ons. Some more layering on some book page. I did right here, sewed it. And I got this image off the internet. Another tag I made. And some doilies. Some more sewed on, just some fabric I had. I just sewed it on there and put the rub on. I really inked up my edges. I kind of dipped them and put a bunch of ink on the table and sprayed a bunch of water in it, and then just dipped my pages in to make it look really super old. And I made these two tags. I can't remember where this tag came from. I can't remember that one, I'm sorry. And I just made this little guy. And then this one is a big tag I made, which I stamped on this one. And this tucks in there. And this little bird clip holds this, which folds out. So you can do journaling on there, on all the sides. That way you don't waste any paper. So I just clipped it with this little guy. Really doesn't need the paper clip, but I put it on there anyway. Oh, actually, since it was on there, I made this tag to put underneath on this side. All sorts of different Harleys on there. Some more rub-ons. In the middle, I just tied this key on there, this metal key. In the middle of that one. Did some corrugated lines. And this one is a flip up. I just layered a gear and there's some book page under there and this lace, and this is part of the napkin that Wendy sent me. And this is an image off of the internet. I just sewed it on some paper. And this is just some extra paper that I had, one of those that I got off Pinterest. I just put that picture on the top. And then this is Tsunami Rose's envelopes, and I just shrunk it down and made a little tiny envelope out of it. It was actually a happy accident. Didn't mean to do that, but it came out like that, and I liked it. I'm like, sweet. Some more washi tape. Tsunami Rose flowers and two little bottom tags. Doilies. And I sprayed my doilies with that shiny stuff too. And I just put him right there. It says, myth, you only live once. Fact, you die only once. You live every day. I like that saying, so I put him on there. Put some cheesecloth underneath. And here's a belly band. And put one of these tags in there. My niece Veronica sent me these, and I love these. She sent me a whole bunch of them. I'm so excited. I coffee dyed a bunch up. And a bottom tag and this tag. And I just layered this on there. Got this off at Pinterest and layered it on there with some cheesecloth underneath. And it also opens up for more journaling. Just sewed some little trim right there. washi tape, some more rub-ons. And over here I just put a couple little tickets in there. Guess I could just do this. Just a little tuck spot with some lace. And I put this image in there. And this is Tsunami Rose, I believe. I just glued that picture down there because I liked him. And some string in there. Get off there. And some rub-on, some sewn-on fabric, some cheesecloth. And I sewed around this pocket. It's just a fabric pocket. I just sewed this image on it. And just a guest check. Another one of my tags I made. And this little booklet with this little image on there. I thought that was cute. Some rub-ons. Extra journaling. And I just glued her down because I liked her and gave it color over here. Just sewed some little fabrics on there for texture. Some washi. It's got 2 signatures, by the way, sorry. Some more sewn fibers. Another belly band with a card tag I made. I just sewed some, that looks like a little license plate, so I put that on there. And then this tag. And I put a couple of these on there. I think these are Tim Holtz little tabs. They're metal ones. I like them. They come like open and then you just peel little stickies off and squeeze them shut. It's pretty cool. Put a few of those throughout. Another flower from Debbie, which I love that color. Super love that color. And I just layered some doily and some fibers and some burlap. Some book page, and this is extra paper I had. And I thought it went well with this book. Some more washing, some random stamping, some more sewed fabric. And I just layered this picture on there because I super love that picture. And some more washi tape, some more sewn, another flip up. And I just did some layering with Tsunami Rose flowers. And this is Ephemera's Vintage Garden, I think. And an index card. Some more rub-ons, some more lines. And I sewed around my bags too. I just like the way it makes them feel. So I sew around them. Another belly band with 2 more cards I made. And I just layered some flowers and some lace trim and burlap, and this one also flips open for journaling. Another image off of Pinterest. And this is one of those bags, and I just folded it in half and made like a triple pocket thing, double pocket thing here. And I put this little tags inside here. And then behind it is a guest check. That one got really cooked. I forgot this in the oven for like a half hour. I'm like, oh my god, but I kind of still liked the way it looks, so I kept it. And I liked it. This is just a handlebar guide. And another pocket. I just sewed this to some muslin and just left it because I super like the feel of it. With this tag. And a rub-on. My son's cat's going crazy over there with some thread. And then I just made a little extra paper. So if you hear a bunch of noise going on over there, that's what that is. And I just tied some gears to the middle of this book page signature. Sewed some little bits right there and put a little sticker there. Some flowers, some rub-ons, another pocket, and I just layered some lace and cheesecloth and a leaf and a ticket rub-on. This is another one that was in the oven as long as the other one, but I super think they turned out cool. And then in this image, which I thought would add some color to this, little bottom tag and some extra polka dot paper. Just more sewing, a sticker, little tickets with some cheesecloth and a flower. This is just extra paper, and that came on the napkin Wendy gave me, so I put that on there. Thought that was super cool. No drinking and riding Harleys though. Okay, and some more book page layering with a bunch of flowers and fabric. And this card, which I think that old bike is cool. Another one. Oh, I forgot to put stuff on the top. I have to do that. And part of the bag. I didn't put anything in the bags this time because this book is pretty chunky enough. And I have to leave room for her, right? Some more sewing. Rub-ons. And there's just a bunch of little tiny tags I made. With some, these are rub-ons. These are just little pieces I had laying around, so I'm like, oh, I'm going to make little tags out of those. And there's another little happy accident with these little envelopes. I think I'm going to make some more of those, shrink them on purpose this time. Oh, my kitty wants outside. And these are just two big tags, and that is just glued on and a rub-on. And over here is one of Tsunami Rose's printouts. Big journaling card. And we printed out this card. And this little bottom tag. And then just layered that on there, and this also flips open for writing. Just a minute, Kiki. And some more rub-ons. Another one of those little metal tabs, which I really think are cool. And here I just layered this on a book page, this image, and collage-paged it, and then sprayed it with perfect pearls, and then glued it to this corrugated board right here, which I put some texture paste and ink on, and I glued it to the back page, and there's a pocket with a big old tag behind it. I love this page. I don't know why, but I super love the way that looks. Super cool. I like it. And that is my super cool Harley book, which I'm not a Harley person, but I'm pretty much digging it. I like it a lot. This one is sold already, but I wanted to share with y'all how this one turned out. It's so big, it's hard for me to squeeze it and tie it at the same time. But yeah, that is my number 34, and I hope she likes it. I super love it. And thank you so much for watching and subbing and all of that good stuff. And I will chat at you soon. Thank you. Bye-bye.